internet, my name is Lily. Welcome if you're new and welcome back if you're not. And I feel like this video doesn't really match my Frozen 2 shirt. I feel like it doesn't go hand in hand. But today we are going to be doing spooky sapphic recommendations. So, there have been a few requests for a recommendation video where there are spooky sapphics or like spooky books with sapphic characters, and because if you don't know, I'm hosting a readathon with Elise from the Petite Punk where we read spooky sapphic books. So, I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought there was more than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 books. 2 of them I haven't read. One of them I think is sapphic. I'm like 99% sure it's sapphic. I know the main character is Ace, and I'm pretty sure the book is sapphic. If it's not, editing me will tell you if it's not or not. If it's not or if it is. Anyway, so yeah, I have 9 books to talk about. So let's just get into it. So the first one isn't necessarily a horror or a thriller. It is a fantasy, but it's a dark fantasy, and it deals with like dead stuff. So that is In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland. I love this book with my entire soul. This follows Rowan. Am I right? Rowan. I'm sorry, I haven't read this book in since May, but so it follows Rowan, and she has been trying all her life to hide the fact that she has like blood magic. I believe it's blood magic or dark magic of some sort. I think it's blood magic. And because when you have like this kind of magic, you get tethered almost, pretty much tethered to like a dead guy or a dead person who makes sure you don't really break the rules or whatever. So her father tried all of his life to prevent Rowan from having to, for Rowan to be found out about. And then he dies, and she keeps trying to live her life without anyone finding out. But when her friend nearly dies, she's kind of forced or thrusted into the situation where she uses her magic and exposes herself as a blood mage. Is that what it's called? Yeah, she's a blood mage. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. But yes, there's a polyamorous relationship in this book, and our main character Robin is pansexual, and it's with a girl and a boy. So polyamorous. There's sappicness. It's beautiful. The relationship is beautiful. I love this book. It's very dark. It's so good. There's quite a few trigger warnings, and A.M. Strickland does have a trigger warning stuff on Goodreads. I will link that down below, in case you need the trigger warnings for this. I loved this book, and I definitely need to read her other book, or their other book. I don't remember, but so yeah, love this one, and it's definitely sapphic. The next one is a thriller, and that is Trouble Girls by Julia Lynn Rubin. I have not talked about this book in ever. If I have, pretty much I have never talked about it. Diana Urban blurbed this, so let's just send to you. This is about these 2 girls, and at a bar, I think it's a club bar thing, a dude tries to rape one of the girls, and the other girl ends up killing him, and they both run away because they're probably gonna get arrested because they killed someone. But yeah, it's a sapphic love story, and it's great. I loved it. Look, this cover is absolutely stunning. I love this book. It was so much fun, and a little bit dark at times, and it's a thriller, so it counts for spookiness. But yeah, so I really love this one. I don't know how much I feel about the ending. If you watched my Burn, Rewrite, Reread tag, you know I don't know how I feel about this ending. But, I really enjoyed this, so yeah. The next one I haven't read, but I've heard really good things about it, and it's Sapphic Witches, and that is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. I've heard really good things about it. I've heard so much hype for it. I'm very excited for this book. I probably will be reading this for Spooky Sapphics myself. I'll be reading it. And I don't know much else besides Dark Academia, Sapphic Witches. That's literally all I know. So, yeah. But I've heard good things about it. The next one is the one I don't know if this is Sapphic. I'm pretty sure it's Sapphic. I know the main character is Ace, and I'm pretty sure it's Sapphic. And that's Soul Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. I am 95% sure this is Sapphic, and again, editing me will let you know if that's true or not. But yeah, I have not read this myself. I do plan on doing it, possibly for Spooky Sapphics, because I know this is like a horror thriller. I'm really excited to read it. Alexandra Rosalind absolutely loved it, so I'm very excited to see what I think, because I think her and I have very similar reading tastes. There are some books that she loves that I also love, so I'm very excited. Like, she loved one of the other books in the stack, so. But yeah, I'm excited to read this, and I'm 95% sure it's Sapphic. The next one is a book I just finished. Like, it wasn't the last book I finished, but it was the last book I finished. And the main relationship in this book isn't Sapphic, but there is a Sapphic relationship in it that has a plot line, has a plot point, like an event that needs to happen. Anyway, that is All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. Don't need this anymore. I love this book so much. But we follow Maeve. I almost forgot her name. I just finished this on Thursday. What's wrong with me? Okay. This follows Maeve, and she finds this tarot deck in the chokey, or like in the basement of her school. And she's really attached to these tarot cards. For some reason, she can remember every single one. And then all of a sudden, this random card that isn't part of the deck, she looks it up on Google. It's not, like, it's nowhere. Like, it's not, it doesn't exist. And it's called the Housekeeper card, which I can actually show you. It's pretty cool. Is it? No. Give me 1 second. I feel like it's on the back of this. No? Okay. Housekeeper. And she just puts it away. She's like, whatever. And she's doing a tarot reading for her ex-best friend, Lily. Yes, it's me. I'm her ex-best friend. Anyway. And this card comes up, and the next day, or I think the next day, Lily has disappeared. So it's so good. I loved it so much. And the main relationship, like I said, is not Sapphic. This girl, she is straight, but there's a side romance with her sister and somebody else that is really cute, and it does have a plot point towards the end. Like, it's mentioned, but then it, like, mentioned more relevantly towards the end. But yeah, this one's definitely spooky. It's so much fun. There's witches, there's rituals, there's tarot cards, there's romance. It's great. It's a great time. Go read it. Yeah. As I was reading this, I described it as evil tarot deck. That's how I described it to my friends, because I didn't know what to say, so take what you will with that. The next one, again, the main character, she's straight, the main character, and I don't even think there was a romance in this book, but there is a Sapphic character, and I don't remember if that character had a girlfriend or not. I do not remember at all, but there is a Sapphic character, and this book is very creepy. So, and then it's House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I can't for the life of me remember if Vivi has a girlfriend. I don't think she does, but Vivi's either bi or lesbian. Because each of the sisters, one's bi, one's straight, one's lesbian. So, yeah, this book is about Iris and her older sisters, Vivi, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Gray. And when they were younger, they all disappeared. And then exactly 1 month later, they all reappeared naked on the same street they disappeared. Now, 10 years later, Gray has gone missing again, and Vivi and Iris have to go find her. And what took them 10 years ago might have took Gray. It's so creepy. It's so good. It broke my heart. It broke my heart a little bit. I love this book. So good. So creepy. There's like, it's like plant horror. It's gross. It's so good. I did guess one of the plot points in this book, but it's fine. But I really, really loved it. This is the arc. I won it from Penguin Teen, though I did receive it after the fact that it had come out. But you know, I still won it, and it's great. Pat is sending me a hardcover edition, so I'm very excited for that. And I also have a signed book plate, which I haven't put in the book, and it says my name on it. It says my name on it. I have a signed one for In the Ravenous Dark too that is just laying on my bookshelf. Like, I'm so bad. I have one for Lost in the Neverwoods. It's just like, yeah. The next one I have is the one that Alexandra Rosalind did also love, and that is Three Girls I've Been by, and what's it, Holly Jackson? But by Tess Sharp. This follows Nora, and she gets stuck in this bank robbery with her ex-boyfriend and current new girlfriend, as you can see, Sapphic. And Nora has to kind of, well, yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you. It's so good. It's so dark. Highly, highly recommend looking up trigger warnings. There are so many. The ones I can think of off the top of my head: child abuse, rape, grossness, gore, gun violence. I think there's probably more, but those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. I haven't read this since like February or January. It's also becoming a movie with Millie Brown. I probably won't watch it because reading this was horror enough, but we'll see. I love Millie, so we'll see. But I loved this. It was great. It was great. And it flicks between two timelines. It's a great time. It's super quick to fly through. It's like 2 days. And I loved it. So if you're not going to take my word for it, take Alexandra Rosalind's word for it, okay? Okay. So, I have 2 left. The next one is a more recent read. And this relationship, this sapphic relationship, is the most beautiful thing ever. And that is After Love by Tanya Byron. I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. I freaking love this book, and I would give anything to get the Fairy Lou edition. Please, I want it. But this is about Ash, and she falls in love with, I forgot her name. It's some cool name. She's a cool name. I like her name. What is her name? Poppy. It's Poppy. Ash and Poppy. And then Ash dies. And so she dies. Lovely. But maybe after she dies, she has another chance to say goodbye to Poppy. So it's so cute. Ugh. It's so cute. I loved it. It is kind of spooky. There are Grim Reapers in this book. There's a death. It's counting as creepy, okay? Read the book. Just read it anyway. It's so good. It made me cry. It was... I want to protect this book with my life. It's so good. Not really that floppy. It's absolutely amazing. Also, look, I didn't really break the spine. I'm proud of myself. I read this in basically a day, and it's like 385 pages. I had been waiting for this book for well over a year, and it definitely lived up to my expectations. Highly recommend. And the last book we have, the finale of this video, is a book I read like a year ago. I don't know how long I read it. I don't think I read it this year. I think I read it last year, but I could have read it at the beginning of this year. I think I read it last year though. And I fell in love with this book. It was so good. 10 times better than I was expecting. I got it from Book of the Month and I was like, you know what, whatever. I read it. I loved it. And I also found books for Amy because of this book, so, and I love her. And that is These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. I love this book. It's so good. When we were making the prompts for Spooky Sapphics, I was like, we should do witches. I immediately thought of this book because Sapphic witches, thank you very much. We have a lot of witchy books here. I love this book so much. This follows Hannah, and how do I explain this? Back in New York, they went to New York for a bit before this book takes place, and her ex-girlfriend kind of found a blood witch, and blood witches aren't good. They're evil. Most of them are evil. And strange things start to happen, and Hannah thinks that it's a blood witch that she saw in New York, or it's witch hunters. It's just so good. We have the teen witch, Hannah, the hot ex, Veronica, the best friend, what's her name? Oh, it's a set in Mass. I forgot that was set in Mass. There's the girl's name. What's the other girl's name? She's great. Why don't I remember her name? Delta. Okay. Gemma. The best friend, Gemma. The new crush, Morgan. Yeah, I love this book. It's spooky, it's sapphics, it's sapphic. There's like a date scene in this book, and it's so cute, and I died. I think there's like 2 sapphic relationships in here. Technically 3 if you count the fact that they used to date. But yeah, I loved it. Please read it. But yeah, those are my list of spooky sapphics recommendations. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry this video is long. I didn't want it to be too long. I thought it was gonna be like 8 minutes. It's 17. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave now so that it doesn't go on to like 19, 20 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it this far in the video, comment a pumpkin emoji, because Halloween. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!